Hey, I saw recently that you guys updated the electrical code, and I have questions. I have some decisions to make, like right now.
Yes, the new code requires a disconnect on the outside of that structure. It doesn't matter where the other one is. The disconnect can be actually your circuit breaker panel if you don't have room for it inside, and it has to have a main in it.
Gonna need a pry bar to pry this off and get this all cleaned up.
Man, sometimes this build can feel more like a high noon showdown in a ghost town in Arizona than a build. Or maybe more of a hostage situation. But things get in the way. Life gets in the way. And it's usually a lot more of the little things punctuated by major events. You run out of nails, or in this case they change the building code, and you have to take a couple of steps back before moving forward.
The same rules apply for a framing nailer. Keep your finger off the trigger. Don't point the pointy end, the pew end, at anything that you care about. I'm gonna try and figure out how to use air tools.
Though I have to say, in my experience, the more challenging an obstacle is, the greater the reward at the end. That's right, I hold the unpopular opinion that I've grown more as a result of my willingness to face my obstacles than to sit in the same old rut and wish that some magic thing would come along and fix it. I'm a doer. It was a relatively quick fix given my lack of experience, taking only a couple of hours to remove the old boards, get them apart, and replace them with the new framing. I found another stash of 2x6 lumber, so I cut out a couple of new wall studs, and I cut a new king stud for the door because it was still just a twitch too short. I did leave the double trim boards on the other side, as I felt it was just easier to shrink the doorway and have some wall space in the kitchen for that disconnect switch on the outside and the breaker panel on the inside. I'm still not sure how we're going to do the tankless water heater that we'd planned on, as the propane can't go into the same area as the water lines into the bathroom, so we can't put it under the stairs like we really want to. Though I might revisit the plans again and swap the bathroom and pantry, that would certainly solve that issue. If you're familiar with the 2015 plumbing codes, leave a comment below about this whole gas and water line thing, as I'm not entirely sure what and why this is an issue.
I did it. I framed the door, and it's straight up and down. I gotta put 2 more king studs in here, or 2 more wall studs really, and then we're good to go for this wall, and time to start on the second half.
We are currently debating the merits of putting the loft into place now so that we have a floor to stand on while framing the upper half of the arched cabin, and then skidding everything after that, just so that we aren't framing the entire upstairs all on ladders. And we're also toying with the idea of maybe putting some sort of bracing along the ribs to kind of stiffen things up a bit more, kind of like that blocking in the floor joists.
Just one more stud to install, and that's it. I finished this back wall.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to keep up to date with our build. And if you would like to know more about the costs associated with building an arched cabin, or to help support us by purchasing handmade soap, head on over to our website, lazyaholeranch.com.
I've got those studs 16 inches on center, and according to this tool, everything is on the level. I'm feeling pretty good about my work here today. We'll see how it holds up to scrutiny. At the beginning of the day, I'd never really done this before, and at the end of the day, I fixed the doorway.
As always, a huge shout out to our patrons over on Patreon. We couldn't do this without you. If you'd like to help us out in that way, join us at patreon.com/lazyaholeranch. So beyond all of that, it's still snowing about once a week, so it's really hard to find our rhythm yet for this build season. At least I'm building my skills to the point where we can occasionally divide and conquer on some of the things that need to get accomplished around the ranch. I was able to get this doorway reframed while Mike finished repairs to extend the life of the backhoe blade. It feels good to finally be in a position to not have to ask for help constantly. But as the next step comes along, I know I'll be learning an entirely new skill set yet again, and more questions will arise. I'm sure that you also have a lot of questions about things like how the entire house kit goes together. You can check out this video here and watch us assemble the metal frame. Thanks for watching. I love you all so much and have an amazing week. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.